This is absolutely wild, as we have a major trade update that could truly shift the balance of power in the league if the Lakers were able to trade for this all-star level player. And we're going to break down a recent report that could put the Lakers in a very fortunate spot, but it'll take some wheeling and dealing and maybe even some help from one of the biggest agents, Rich Paul and Clutch Sports. What's good? I'm Okechi Apakama, and this is the Lakers Digest coming at you with another video. And before we get into everything we have for you for today's video, I just want to remind you guys to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to get those Laker updates. Now, with that out of the way, let's hop straight into the major news of the day, and that is the Lakers are in the mix for De'Aaron Fox. So, after a very unfortunate sling of games for the Sacramento Kings, they are falling out of the West fast, and that could put a guy like De'Aaron Fox up on the market, and a team like the Los Angeles Lakers should be prime to take up a guy like De'Aaron Fox because he would be the perfect fit for this Los Angeles Lakers team. So, there has been some rumors swirling that the Lakers might be in the mix for De'Aaron Fox, and this is from one Tim McMahon. So, he had a quote from their the Hoops Collective podcast, and this is what he said. So, that the Rockets, Spurs, Lakers, Heat could all be in the mix for De'Aaron Fox, per ESPN's Tim McMahon. And he said, if Fox asks out, teams like San Antonio, Houston are the ones to watch. I've heard rumors about the Lakers, but it's hard to tell with a bunch of speculation. He's a Clutch client. There's also talks about Miami, given his connection to Bam Adebayo. So this is major news, especially if De'Aaron Fox asks for a trade, and things can really heat up here, especially in this trade market, because a lot of teams are going to be vying for his position, especially a team like the Los Angeles Lakers. And if you're the Lakers and a guy like De'Aaron Fox becomes available, you gotta move heaven and earth to acquire a guy of this caliber, because he is the specific type of guy that you want and need on your team, not only for this season but also going forward, because of his ability not only to score and control the game, being one of the fastest players in the league, but also his ability to be one of the best fourth quarter scorers, and that can truly help the Los Angeles Lakers team, especially in those late game situations where you can go to a guy like De'Aaron Fox to really help end games for you, and then you don't have to worry with LeBron James or Anthony Davis creation there. You can go with a guy like De'Aaron Fox. So just take a look on the season for what the stats looking like, and it's just all-star level numbers for a guy like De'Aaron Fox. 26 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, 6.1 assists per game. That is on the team with Domantas Sabonis, so that is pretty incredible. And then he's shooting 48% from the field, 33% from three, so a little bit lower. He's only shooting 25% for corner threes, but De'Aaron Fox is one of one when it comes to speed guards in the league. He is the quote-unquote fastest player in this league, and he can really turn things around for the Los Angeles Lakers if they were able to try to make a deal for that. But like I said, there's going to be a lot of teams vying for a guy like De'Aaron Fox's services. Teams like the Spurs, teams like the Rockets, those teams who have all these assets they can deal with, and even some of these younger players they can hand over. But the Lakers, in their circumstance, they do have some young players they can fork over, and then they just have to find the right combination of guys, and it's going to matter on one person and one person entirely, and that is De'Aaron Fox and what he wants to do, because he can truly control his destiny with his contract situation. So that gets me to my next point here, and that is this will all depend on Fox. So what De'Aaron Fox wants to do, whether if he's looking to ask out of Sacramento or looking to go to another team here, a guy like De'Aaron Fox could facilitate that move, and helped by the one and only Rich Paul, who we are quite familiar with all the clutch guys that have ran through the Los Angeles Lakers for the past couple of years, obviously with the two main guys being LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And if he really wanted to force his way to the Los Angeles Lakers, he truly could, especially with the clutch connection that they've got over there in Los Angeles, and his ability with his contract to help force a trade. So let's take a look at that contract for a guy like De'Aaron Fox here. And so De'Aaron Fox is getting paid $34 million this season, and he's going to be paid $37 million next season. So if you're the Los Angeles Lakers, $34 million is probably enough to cobble up a couple of players that you can send out for a package for him. And then he is a free agent after next season, so the 2026-2027 season. So that is very huge for a team like the Sacramento Kings, who kind of look like they are not going in the right direction. And if they choose to sort of rebrand or rebuild things, they've got that big contract of Domantas Sabonis, and that's truly it for the guys they have under contract past that 26, 27 year there. So De'Aaron Fox, if he truly wants to, could become available, and then he will have to go to the highest bidder, and the Sacramento Kings will be looking to recuperate any and all type of assets for a guy like De'Aaron Fox if he were to ask for a trade. But like I said, the only way for him to get to the Lakers, because the Lakers do not have the same amount of assets, say a team like the Houston Rockets or the Houston Rockets or the San Antonio Spurs have to offer. So the Lakers would have to do some backwork dealings here. Use Rich Paul and their Clutch Sports connection to really get a guy like De'Aaron Fox over, to force his way over to the team, because De'Aaron Fox, he does have that next season under contract, but after that, he is fair game. He can be a unrestricted free agent, and that is big news for a team that's trading for him, because imagine, say, if you're the Houston Rockets and trade for a guy like him and give up a whole ton of assets for De'Aaron Fox, and then you don't have that guarantee that he's going to sign with you, then that makes things a lot murkier. And that's where you implement like a team like the Los Angeles Lakers, where if you can get that guarantee from Rich Paul, just, on the back burners, then you can truly facilitate a deal. So look at all these names the Lakers have to trade in a possible De'Aaron Fox trade. And yes, I would put up a guy like Austin Reaves even in a deal for De'Aaron Fox. So obviously it starts with D'Angelo Russell, who would probably be one of the bigger trade pieces that you would trade, as he makes the most money and he's an expiring deal. So that would be pretty appealing to a team like the Sacramento Kings. And then you would have to cobble together a bunch of younger guys and or draft picks. So recently we had reported even on this channel that the Lakers have 3 first-round picks that they can trade, and then with some of their young guys that you would possibly throw into this deal. So maybe it is Dalton Knecht, even though I do love his play, or maybe it is some of these other guys like a Maxwell Lewis, or you throw in Max Christie. So it really depends on how De'Aaron Fox really is pointing to go to after he asked out. But if the Lakers were to cobble something together, they would have to put with some of their young guys and then also their draft picks as well. So I think it's at least going to take 2 first-round draft picks, probably 3 if you're a team like the Lakers, because those teams like the Rockets can offer maybe even 4 picks in a trade for De'Aaron Fox. So you're going to really need to recuperate every single asset you can to try to get a De'Aaron Fox, but also at the same time not handicap your current team so that you can still build around it and still make it a good team. So I know it'll be hard to do, but the Lakers would have to try to make a deal done by either trading 1 or even 2 of the 3 of Austin Reaves, Max Christie, and Dalton Knecht. Those are just some of the names that they would have to probably include in this offer to really sweeten things up for the Sacramento Kings. So the Lakers and Rob Pelinka, if this were to come to fruition, have to be ready and on their toes to really deal anything, because De'Aaron Fox, I think, is worth it just because of his ability not only to get downhill, to be a one-man fast break, but also his ability to knock down the mid-range. And he has shot the 3 at a better clip in his career. This is just not the better season that he's shooting from 3, but that could improve, especially when you have guys like LeBron James and Anthony Davis really taking up most of the defense's attention. And then when you have a De'Aaron Fox, who is the 3rd option, that is probably one of the best 3rd options in the league because of his ability to score 26 a night and give you 6 to 7 assists per night. So a guy like De'Aaron Fox is extremely valuable, and for the Los Angeles Lakers would really change the outlook on their entire season if they were to get a deal done for his services. But Let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think the Lakers should trade the farm for a guy like De'Aaron Fox? I believe the Lakers should do that. They probably have to keep one of those guys, like I said, whether it's between Reaves, Christie, Dalton Connect, because you want to have these guys to build in with the team that you have with De'Aaron Fox and company. And also De'Aaron Fox can also be a very viable star replacement for whenever LeBron James wants to retire. So those are things to keep in mind. Let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. And just one more thing for us, guys. There is about 82% of you who have recently watched our videos who are not yet subscribed to the channel just yet. And if you guys want more of that Laker news, like updates, trade rumors, and great game recaps, just every and all things LA Lakers, you guys want to come right here to Lakers Digest so you don't miss any of that action. All right, guys. I've been your host, Okechi Apakama, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.